Mygate ERP has a way of cutting out the small, boring jobs that eat up committee time. Let me walk you through 5 features that help you do exactly that. Let's start with multi-level approvals. Auditors hate it when wrong payments slip through. But here, inside Mygate ERP, you can do them in a more structured fashion. Let me show you how easy it is to do that. The first thing that I have to do is choose the department. Then add levels. Maybe I can start with facility manager. The next level could be secretary. The third one could be treasurer or president. Similarly, I can keep on adding levels to this. In a similar fashion, I can do the same for other departments. And this is not just limited to purchasing. You can do the same for vendor book expense, vendor advance payment, and vendor bill payment. Once this is saved, nothing moves forward until each approver clears it, and the ERP keeps a record of every step, who approved, who rejected, and when. Now, let's shift from payments to the help desk, where the challenge was keeping tickets from stalling. Residents never had a problem about raising tickets. The frustration was that nothing happened after. Here's how escalation system built in Mygate ERP fixes that. As you can see, I'm adding a new escalation rule. I pick the category, let's say car parking in this case. I'll name it as first escalation. I'll put the escalation hours as 24 and choose one contact who will be notified when someone raises the complaint and it is not resolved within the first 24 hours. I can add more contacts along this line. As you can see, the escalation has been added. I can add one more escalation to it. Let's say I choose the same category again, call it second escalation, and give it a higher time frame. Maybe add a different person for this, and maybe add more people for this. Once I save, it shows up as the next level in the table. You can keep adding rules like this for as many levels as you need. Each one appears here in the list with its category, level, ask, contact, and status. Once these rules are in place, the system does the chasing for you and not you. Now, let's move to something residents interact with all the time, amenities. Large societies told us that old amenity setup was messy to manage. Every facility had to be configured separately, and committees ended up repeating the same rules again and again. Here's how the grouping feature of Mygate ERP fixes that. As you can see, I'm adding a new amenity group. I'll keep it rule-based, then give it a title. Let's say A1, a description. Let's say Block 1. In the linkage field, I'll select all the amenities that I want to bundle together, like clubhouse, gym, swimming pool. Now, instead of setting the same rules for each one, I can apply them to the whole group in one go. For example, I can cap the maximum bookings per flat in a month, or set how many slots can be taken per day, or even add a cool down period before a flat can book again. Once I save, the group appears in the list. The next time a new committee takes over, all the rules are already structured and ready. They don't have to keep. Now, let's switch to accounts again, with the feature treasurers asked for many times. Treasurers often said the worst part of collections is following up people for maintenance dues. Let me show you how automated reminders built inside Mygate ERP help you fix this problem. This is the dues tracker page. It shows me how much has been invoiced, how much is collected, and what is pending. From here, I can go directly to reminders. Here, I can either choose to send it to one flat or all flats together. If I want to send one instantly, I just need to click send here, enter the details, and send it. I can also choose to send overdues defaulter notice, due statements, or account statement. But the real power lies in automation. For that, I just need to schedule it. I have to enter the threshold amount, select bill plan, choose the mode of communication, enter the frequency, and the start date when this reminder needs to be sent out. Save it, and done. Once I enable it, the reminders will go out on their own. Once these are configured, the ERP keeps nudging automatically, while every reminder and statement is logged for audits. Next up, let's look at another process that societies find very messy. It's move-in and move-outs. Let me show you how in Mygate ERP, you can set the entire flow once and then follow it every time. In the Move-in tab, you can see I can select what details to capture, from resident information, family members, vehicles, and even pets. Next, I can add the documents that would be required for people moving into share, like rental agreements, ID proof, or police verification, and I can mark which ones are mandatory. Then we move to payments. Here, I can set fixed or custom charges, apply GST, and choose the modes of payment residents can use online, check or cash. Everything is tracked against the unit. The next section is the checklist. This is where you can create steps the resident must follow, like completing a police verification or getting a no due certificate. And finally, you can add rules, for example, lift usage timings or waste disposal instructions. The Move Out tab works the same way. You decide which documents are needed, like NOC or key handover, build a checklist, and set Move Out rules. At the end, in common configuration, you can add email recipients so notifications automatically reach the right committee members. That way, every move in and move out is logged, standardized. These 5 features only scratch the surface. With more than 250 plus tools, Mygate ERP handles every committee task and takes the load off your shoulders. If you would like a closer look, head over to our YouTube channel for detailed walkthroughs of every module.